Hello friends, a great welcome to Poonam Dua classes, and today we will cover a demo session for few major Indian writers. These writers are Amitav Ghosh, Arundhati Roy, Salman, Rushdie and Vikram Seth. Please take down all the notes and this video will be followed by a mock test.
तो ये चैनल ज्वाइन करने के साथ साथ आप लोग पीडीएफ के लिए इंक्वायरी भी कर सकते हैं। देर आर 10 पीडीएफ्स, एक में है हिस्ट्री, एक में हिस्ट्री से रिलेटेड एमसीक्यूज, एमएच एब्रेम्स की टर्म्स की पूरी ग्लॉसरी 180 इंपॉर्टेंट टर्म्स मैंने आपको प्रोवाइड की हैं। नॉवेल से रिलेटेड एक पीडीएफ है जिसमें फेमस अमेरिकन, ब्रिटिश और इंडियन राइटर्स को मैंने कवर किया है उनके इंपॉर्टेंट वर्क्स के साथ। देन लिटरेरी क्रिटिसिज्म एंड लिंग्विस्टिक्स एंड नॉन फिक्शन, ये सब कुछ भी बहुत ज़रूरी था। इसके बाद है एमसीक्यूज, जिससे जो कुछ भी आपने पढ़ा इन सब पीडीएफ्स में उन सब की एक रिवीजन हो जाएगी और अपनी नॉलेज का एक टेस्ट भी हो जाएगा। तो इंक्वायर करिए यहाँ पर इस लिंक पर एंड यू कैन ऑब्टेन द पीडीएफ्स।
This video is made specifically from the competitive exams point of view. That is why I'm saying take down proper notes और इन्हीं सब फैक्ट्स का जो भी इस वीडियो में बताए जा रहे हैं आपका एक मॉक टेस्ट कंडक्ट किया जाएगा. If you will join all our live sessions and will appear for all the schedules and exams as per the instructions, surely it will be your name that will be next in this list. इंग्लिश लिटरेचर का सिलेबस देखने में छोटा लगता है बट इट इज रियली वास्ट. 5000 years history is there of English literature from the beginning of Mahabharata and Iliad and very initial writers like Chaucer and Shakespeare. Shakespeare himself wrote approximately 37 plays and 154 sonnets poetries. बहुत सारी पोइट्रीज हैं अलग अलग सेंचुरीज की. जाने कितने ही राइटर्स हुए हैं जिनको हमें कवर करना पड़ेगा अंडर द सिलेबस. In this demo video, we are covering these four writers: Amitav Ghosh, Arundhati Roy, Salman Rushdie, and Vikram Seth. Almost all of these writers are contemporary and part of Indian English, and there are thousands of other writers from all the countries which you need to cover to prepare for this competitive examination. Now, question arises: what is Indian English? Indian English literature, also referred to as Indian writing in English, is the body of work by writers in India who write in the English language, but native or co-native language could be one of the numerous languages of India. It could be Hindi, Bengali, or Odia, or Marathi, or any other native language. So the first writer that we are going to talk about is Amitav Ghosh, born 11 July 1956. You need to remember all the years, all the awards, all the major writings of each and every writer. An Indian writer won the 54th Gyanpith Award in 2018, and India's highest literary honor. This is Gyanpith Award, one of India's highest literary honor. If we talk about the fiction written by him, The Circle of the Reason is the first one. First and last, you should always remember, and those prominent ones which made the writer win a particular prominent award. Circle of Reason, the first one 1986, and the Jungle Nama, the latest one 2021. But somehow you need to remember almost all the writings because they can be chronological questions. Please arrange these novels, these works of Amitav Ghosh or any writer as per the chronology. So you need to remember. Circle of Reason, first in 1986, is first novel. Circle of Reason follows an Indian protagonist. Protagonist is the hero of any novel who, suspected of being a terrorist, leaves India for Northern Africa and the Middle East. Basic plot of many fictions you need to know to clear this exam. We need to learn too much about all the writers, their writings, the characters, and so many things that are important for examination point of view. During our live sessions, we do cover all the major important novels, fictions, short stories, plays, poetries in detail. At present, you need to learn some basic points about the most prominent Indian English writers, and you need to learn all the points that are being told in this video so that you can appear well for the upcoming mock test. Let us talk about the shadow lines. Shadow lines is also very famous for this writer Amitav Ghosh. The Circle of Reason and the Shadow Lines, both written in English, were widely translated and gained this writer international readership. Shadow Lines is a sweeping history of two families that are deeply shaped by events following the departure of British from India in 1947. Do remember the year and basic plot of Calcutta Chromosome as well? A novel of fevers, delirium, and discovery represented Ghosh's first foray into science fiction. Which of the following is a science fiction Calcutta Chromosome? That kind of question can be there. This densely layered novel offers an alternate history of the discovery of parasite that causes malaria. There are some non-fictions also famous for this writer. Non-fiction are the one जिसमें कोई story या कोई plot नहीं होता है. Basically, it can be any essay about any topic, any article, or even any travel writing. Out of this, Dancing in Cambodia and At Large in Burma is actually a travel writing. And other non-fictions in an antique land, Countdown, The Imam, and The Indian. It will be incomplete to talk about Amitav Ghosh without the mention of this Ibis trilogy. Ibis trilogy, which is a historical fiction. Sea of Poppies 2008, River of Smoke 2011, Flood of Fire 2015. This is a work of post-colonial literature. Post-colonial literature is the one which shows the after effects of colonialism in a country. The story is set across the Indian Ocean region during 1830s in the lead up to the first Opium War. Opium is a fiend. It particularly focuses on the trade of opium, the business of opium between India and China and the trafficking of bonded laborers to Mauritius. The trilogy gets its name from Ibis. Ibis, a slave ship. Slaves का एक ship that is repurposed to transport opium and bonded laborers. Mention of Amitav Ghosh will be incomplete also if we do not talk about the magazine that he found, History Times, and the magazine he did found with Ramchandra Guha. Prominent author Vikram Seth, जिनकी हम बात करने वाले हैं इस वीडियो में, and historian, very famous historian Ramchandra Guha, were his contemporaries at the school, and in his student days, Ghosh regularly contributed to the fiction and poetry genre for the Doon School Weekly, and he founded History Times along with Ramchandra Guha, who is a famous historian. Let us talk about some awards for him. The Shadow Lines won the Sahitya Academy Award, Man Booker Prize. He was shortlisted for Sea of Poppies, and he was given 54th Gyanpith Award in December 2018 and is the first Indian writer in English. ध्यान से देखिए, first Indian writer in English to have been chosen for this honor. This is a very popular question. ये आपको पता होना चाहिए. Next writer that we are covering, Arundhati Roy, born 24th November 1961. Susanna Arundhati Roy is an Indian author best known for her novel The God of Small Things, won the Booker Prize for Fiction in 1997 and became the best-selling book writer for God of Small Things, of course. Many people do not know this about this achievement of hers, in which any gives it those ones. In which any gives it those ones. This is a movie, this is a film of which she has written the screenplay and she has acted as well along with today's stars Shah Rukh Khan and Manoj Bajpayee. That point of time they were struggling actors in Delhi theatre circuit. In small but significant role they are given. The film was the recipient of two national awards in 1989, that point of time when no one knew the name of Shah Rukh Khan and Manoj Bajpayee. This is how these three people looked in this movie, Arundhati Roy, Shah Rukh Khan and Manoj Bajpayee. She really took a huge gap to write her second novel, The God of Small Things, 1997 and Ministry of Utmost Happiness 2017. Arundhati Roy began writing her first novel, The God of Small Things, in 1992 and completed it in 1996, and it received the 1997 Booker Prize for Fiction and was listed as one of the New York Times Notable Books of the Year. बहुत ही important points हैं ये अरुंधति रॉय के बारे में, which you should know and remember and should be able to recall in exams too. Few more awards are there in her name. Let us learn about it. She was awarded the Sydney Peace Prize in May 2004 for her work in social campaigns and her advocacy of non-violence. But she declined Sahitya Academy Award, saying that she cannot accept the honor from an institution linked to government whose policies she opposes. So she has been a great revolutionary against the policies of government, and she said कि if I oppose the policies of a government, how can I accept an honor from an institution which is linked with the government? Now comes the third writer. Sir Ahmed Salman Rushdie is an Indian-born British-American novelist, and his work often combines magic realism with historical fiction. Magic realism, such kind of settings which do show some reality as well as some magical concepts are also associated. This is a term that we will cover in our classes in detail. And historical fiction. Historical fiction is some historical elements are inherent in that writing. Born the same year when India got independence, 1947. Mention of Salman Rushdie is incomplete without the mention of satanic verses. After his fourth novel, Satanic Verses 1988, year याद रखिए, Rushdie became the subject of several assassination attempts and death threats, including a fatwa against him, calling for his death issued by Ruhollah Khomeini, or he was also known by the name Ayatollah Khomeini, the supreme leader of Iran. Salman Rushdie was recently attacked by a person named Hadi Matar in Chautauqua. He was brutally stabbed in an attack of extremist violence as he was preparing to give a talk at Chautauqua Amphitheater, and a New Jersey man was arrested. His name Hadi Matar. Let us know about few of his works. I always tell you कि first novel आपको हमेशा याद रखना चाहिए. कुछ popular novels आपको हमेशा याद रखने चाहिए, जैसे कि Midnight's Children, The Satanic Verses, very popular. The Moose Last Sigh, generally this is in the master syllabus of many universities, and the latest one, that is Victory City, 2023. Victory City is the very recent one which got published after the recent attack on him. Again, Salman Rushdie's mention will not be complete if we do not mention the Booker Prize by him. Rushdie's second novel, Midnight's Children, 1981, won the Booker Prize in 1981 and was deemed to be the best novel of all winners on two occasions, marking the 25th and the 40th anniversary. Booker of Booker, we can say. Rushdie was knighted for services to literature in the Queen's Birthday Honours on 16th June 2007, and that is the reason he is called Sir Salman Rushdie. Now, the fourth writer, Vikram Seth, one of the most celebrated Indian novelists and poets, experimented with a number of genres in writing and initiated his writing career with poetry and published the first volume of his poetry work, Mapping. नाम याद रखिए, Mapping 1980, born 1952. Like Amitav Ghosh, he has also written a travel book, From Heaven Lake. Seth also penned a few travel books. From Heaven Lake Travels Through Xinjiang and Tibet was published in 1983, which explores the travel through Nepal, Tibet and China, and the book also happens to win Thomas Cook Travel Book Award. This can be an important question. Golden Gate. This mention is also necessary. After poetry and travel writing, he made his literary debut in 1986 with the novel The Golden Gate. So, the first novel, Vikram Seth, Golden Gate. The novel is structured around 690 rhythmic iambic tetrameter sonnets. What are tetrameter sonnets? That is a separate topic that we will cover during the classes and other sessions, but it is written in rhyming verses. These are all the major books by him, from Heaven Lake, The Golden Gate, A Suitable Boy, and Equal Music. सबका ईयर भी याद रखिए, 1983 Heaven Lake, Golden Gate 1986, Suitable Boy 1993, and Equal Music 1999. A Suitable Boy has recently been made into a very beautiful Netflix series too. Suitable Boy, which was published in 1993 with 1349 pages. Please do remember, and 1488 pages in the paperback version. The English language book is one of the longest novels published in a single volume. This fact is credited to The Suitable Boy, one of the longest novels published in single volume. Have a look at the awards. Thomas Cook Travel Book Award for From Heaven Lake Travels Through Xinjiang and Tibet, and 1988 Sahitya Academy Award for The Golden Gate. So that is it for this part of the video, and you can go back to the whole video, watch it again, because from all the facts that are mentioned in the video, you will have to appear for a test. Many times aspirants do ask me, what is the importance of mock test? Why should we appear for mock test when we have already learned the concept? But I say, for getting the best results, you need to test your preparation. Practicing mock tests provides a better perspective of what kind of questions will appear in the exam, the real exam. They also help in improving the score in competitive exam, and mock tests, I'll say, are the replicated tests based on the annual or competitive exams real-time pattern, so hence give you the real-time experience.